Hello everyone, it's me, Nancy Finch, doing another Tea with Nan on a Monday at 12 o'clock. This is going to be the very last one of the year I do for you today, and then I'm back again in the new year. Um, yes, I got Strong Women Need Strong Drinks. I've got a nice cup of Earl Grey in here, it's lovely, nice and warm. I hope you're all okay on this beautiful Monday. The winter solstice just a couple of days ago, how beautiful was that? The energy, new starts, the end of one part of our energies to another. We're starting a new sort of season of ourselves. The winter solstice is a lovely opportunity for us to sit back and reflect upon what we have done, where we're going, new beginnings next year. All of those things need to be sort of considered, and this is a great opportunity at this time of year to do that. So I have thought, what a great idea, good fun idea, for us to do a list of what we've achieved this year. So, and I'm going to reference this quite a lot. So, what have you achieved in 2024? Now, the reason why I think we need to do this is because we have to be focused on our achievements, not what we haven't done. So many of us are quite hard on ourselves because we haven't achieved this and we haven't done that, and this didn't go so well. Oh, I've got someone who joined me. Happy hugs to you. I haven't seen your name pop up yet, but if I see you, I'll give you a hug. So it's really important to focus on our achievements, not what we haven't done. If we can just think, well, I've got that done and I did this. Oh, Joe, you're here. You're the first person today, darling. Happy Monday hugs. Well, you're the first person to show yourself. So, what have I achieved in 2024? It's a really good thing to focus on. It's not ego, it's a value thing. It's a feeling of being honoring yourself, and to actually think about and to focus upon those little things and the bigger things that we have achieved in ourselves, in our own lives, in our circle of friends, family, whatever. It gives us motivation, it gives us value, it gives us a feeling that we can evolve into everything we need to be. We can take steps forward into the life we want to lead, but we can't do that if we don't trust ourselves, and we have to trust ourselves with what we've achieved. And when you achieve something and you value it and you recognize it, well, it does so many things for your body, your mind, your spirit. You end up doing far more with your life than you would have done if you hadn't focused on the good things. And quite a lot of the time we focus on the things we haven't done. And this time of year can be quite heavy for a lot of people. Of course, in tune when it's time, self-reflect. Yes, possibly. Great reminder, universe. Thank you, Joe. I can just about read that on my phone. It is a great reminder. The solstice was there to sort of remind us to go inside ourselves and to reflect upon, what we've achieved and what we're doing with our own soul, how we're on our soul journey. This is a really nice way of seeing the evidence, what I'm about to show you, and keeping that evidence so that next year you can compare it and think, I've done even more this year, than I did before. There's so much to this subject and it's so easy to do. Oh, hi, Alex. Thank you for joining us. Happy hugs to you. So I'm going to keep going back to this long list here. It took me a while, a couple of days to do, really. I had to keep reflecting upon what I had done. What have I achieved in 2024? And when you start to look at it, you think, oh, yes, and there's another thing I've done. And there's another thing. Even if it's tiny, it was something you achieved and something you're really pleased about. And it doesn't matter what it is. It's, as I say, it's not ego. It could be a small thing, a big thing. It's achievements because you need to feel that happiness and that satisfaction from those achievements. And that's going to release a lovely happiness hormone. Dopamine is released around your body, and you will attract more of what you're celebrating into your life by the law of attraction. It's a really good thing to do. Oh, hi, Carl. Thank you for joining us. Happy Monday to you, my darling. So it isn't that difficult to do once you start doing it. And Julie's here. Thank you, Julie, for joining us. So what have I achieved in 2024? I've only just started finishing this today, actually. I did it a couple of days ago. But you'd be surprised once you start doing it, more and more comes into your mind. And then you feel like you're a winner. I wrote my list of achievements, nearly ran out of paper, says Annie. I keep looking at it and adding to it. Good girl. Yes, and Annie's here as well. Annie White, thank you for joining us. Oh, That's okay, Carl. That's lovely that you're here. I really appreciate it. You can always listen to it later when the signal's better. So, yes, Annie, I asked Annie to do this the other day, and she managed, obviously, to write it. But if you need to go on the other side, do that as well. You know, you can have as many pages as you like, as long as you're happy with what you've written. It's a personal thing. I mean, obviously, I'm sharing this with you. I can read it out if you like. But it is it's interesting. It doesn't have to be in order. Oh, hi, Kev. Thank you for joining us. Oh, what does Julie say? Oh, Merry Christmas to you and everyone. Darling, that's lovely. It's really nice that you're wishing each other Happy Christmas here, because it's a chance to do it, isn't it? It's a chance to connect with other people and send love, and everybody feels it. It's all good for you as well, because the more you connect with love, the better you are for yourself and those happiness hormones. Oh, hi, Val. Thank you for joining us, darling. Happy Monday. Hugs to you. It's going to be a good day. So getting back to the subject, you don't have to have it in order when you write it. You could just write it in what comes into your mind. So you might start with today. You might think, what have I done today? Oh, I've done that, and I'm really pleased with that. That's in this year. You know, I'm hoping, yeah, I am in red today. What more orange, actually. Actually wrote on my notepad this morning, says Julie, a reflection of 2024. Yes, this is a real must for us. You know, we need to measure ourselves, don't we? Oh, hi, Patricia. Thank you for joining us, darling. It's really important to measure yourself, so you can then go, yeah, well, if I can do that, then maybe I can do this next year. And by intending it, you're halfway there. So that is lovely. So you don't have to have it in order of what you've done from the beginning of this year. All you've got to do is think, what have I done today? What have I done last week? What have I done last month? And any old thing that pops into your mind, from your subconscious to your conscious, whatever comes up is something you can celebrate and put in on your list, okay? And you can be, if you're not sure what to put in and you think, well, is that really relevant? It can be painting a fence like I put on this list. I mean, it was a really hard fence to paint, actually, my garden fence, because it took a long time and it was very tricky. But I'm very pleased to have done it. And it's just a tiny thing. It might be doing more exercise. It might be getting more sleep. And I can go through a couple of this. I mean, some of the things I've written on here. But just as an example, I might do it at the end, actually. But basically, it's about you valuing and playing a game with yourself, really, saying, yeah, what sort of thing have I done in a light-hearted way, not taking yourself too seriously and focusing on the good things that you've achieved. Because you're going to glow when you're doing that. You're going to feel a winner. You're going to feel like you can do more for next year. You're going to be a great influence on other people. So if you can't think about what you've done and you struggle, some people do, I don't know what I've done. You know, you take it for granted what you've done. Start unpicking it a little bit. Or even, as one of my lovely clients said, look at some photographs. Brilliant idea. If you look at some photographs of this year, you might go, oh, and I went there and I've done that. And I helped a person there, and whatever comes to mind. You know, just look at those photographs and think, yeah, look what I've achieved. I went there, or I had a holiday there. I mean, quite a few people take these things for granted. But whatever it is, celebrate it. Be in that grateful, happy place that you achieved it. Because it's going to do you a lot of good. Mentally, it makes you feel clearer. You can think better. You know, emotionally, your inner child is happy. That's really nice, because then you feel valid. You feel like you value yourself and what you do and who you are. And yeah, by the law of attraction as well. I mean, and your spirit will definitely be glowing. A fab consciousness then actually to listen to you today. Yes, it is a coincidence, isn't it, Julie? And it's really funny. Well, it isn't. I tune into you all and I think, what do they need? What does everybody need today, including myself? And of course, I have to walk the talk. So whatever I ask you to do, I have to do it as well. So I couldn't wait to get this started, because I thought this is something you can actually write and add to all the way through to the end of this year. So on the last day of this year, on New Year's Eve, maybe take it out and look at it and realise, oh wow, and read it again and again. You know, oh, hi Gail, thank you for joining us. That's lovely. And Kelly's here as well. Thank you, Kelly. Look at it and think, I did that. And just look all the way through, and it will inspire you. to have more achievement in the next year, and you'll be really pleased. You'll be in a happy mood to start the new year. You'll be thinking, well, if I've done all of that, then I can do something else. And it will naturally drive you forward to better things. And this time next year, you might want to do it again and then say, wow, and I did more of this or whatever you've written. Okay. So it can be any time frame, whatever pops up, because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be in order. That would take too long and it would be too hard. And as you're feeling that gratitude, as you're doing it, you're grateful to yourself. It's a really nice feeling. And one of the things I think is, practical. You can think about your work. What have you done with your work? Perhaps you did this at work. Perhaps you developed this or done that. Oh, hi, Bex. Thank you for joining us, darling. So work, was it physical things you managed to help your body with something? Maybe you healed yourself. Maybe whatever it is. Maybe you helped a friend. Maybe finances were better, or you've had more idea what you're doing with it. Anything you've done, or any thought change as well. If you're thinking, right, I want to change this, or I want to change that. Yes, I'm going to do that. Then maybe you've made little baby steps towards that change in yourself. And that's still an achievement. Even if you haven't achieved everything from it, you're still moving towards that achievement. So, and your chakras love this as well, by the way. Your solar plexus loves it because you feel in control and happy. This little one here. And so you feel, yeah, I can do it. Because you're looking at what you've achieved, it gives you more of that energy and that motivation and that I can feeling. Okay, and also you feel safer. This one here responds to that, the base chakra. You feel safer when you feel in control. So it's a very important thing to try and give ourselves that feeling. I'm okay, I'm doing all right. And I know because many years I wasn't that person. And I've had to sort of develop these things that I know work for me. And I know they work for you because you've just said so. A lot of you are doing this already today, which is great. So think about all the things that you have done this year. Wow. And then give yourself a big pat on the back. My goodness, you're clever. And be lighthearted about it. This is the thing. It's very good to do with your family and friends as well. Now, if you can't think of a lot of things and you get stuck, you're halfway down, you think, well, I've only got a few. I don't really know what I've done. I mean, it could be anything. It could be you've taken care of yourself better. You changed your image or your wardrobe or your home or something, But if you get stuck and you think, well, I've done all those, then ask a family or friend. Ask a family member or a friend, what have I done this year? And remind me what I've done. And it's a really good game to play. It's a lovely thing to say to somebody, what have I done? Can you remind me? And they might go, well, don't forget you did this for that person over there, or you've helped this, or you've done that with yourself. Brilliant. Write it down. Take that compliment of what you've achieved because it's a really nice feeling for them to give you that. It's good for them and it's very good for you. Oh, hi, Joe. Thank you for joining us, darling. Happy Monday. So it's good for them to say, well, you've done this and you've done that. And it's going to make the happiness hormones whiz round. Oh, Mandy, you're here too, darling. I bet you've got loads on your list if you were to write it. If you've missed some of this, then listen to it again. What have you achieved? Well, Mandy, you do lots of lovely singing and things, and you make people feel happy. You're a service to people and bring a smile to their face. Don't forget to put those things on your list of what you achieve. And all the things it took bravery to do, you've got to write those out. I was brave enough to do this. Yes, I did that. And all the self-doubts we have, if we've gone through those and we've achieved something from that, then we've got to put that on the list as well. So getting back to the game you can play with family and friends, wouldn't it be great at Christmas? I mean, at Christmas table, maybe afterwards, to perhaps each one of you remind each other. Everyone on the table reminds person A or B or C, each person. What have you've achieved this year? You've achieved that this year. You've achieved all sorts of things, and they will be glowing with a reminder that they can do more with their lives. And it's a lovely compliment to them to say that they've done something that's been good for them. So you might say, you've achieved this and you've achieved that, and it is a really lovely thing to do with each other. And if you did that, wouldn't that be fun? And you need reminding yourself when everyone says what you've achieved. Write it on your list. But getting back to the New Year's Eve thing, you could just look at that list and just feel satisfied, because then you are on the right path. You're looking at what you're doing. What you've written down has made you happy. Otherwise, you wouldn't have remembered it. So get your pen and paper out, guys, and start doing it. And it might be the smallest things. It doesn't have to be big things. You know, even if it's like people that can't get out of the house or are disabled, and maybe they managed one task that they didn't think they could do. Well done, me. Write that down, you know. It's very important. And I will read that out, actually. I'll read all of it out for you in a minute. Another thing you can do is get yourself a little book. Now, I have mentioned this before in the previous talks. But this is just a nice little inner child book. Very, very childish, and I love it. And if you don't want to do the list, or you think the list was great, but I want to do something after that in the new year, you could just... I've got a little picture of me in there when I was a child. You could just do some well done me's in your book. You might just do on a daily basis. If you like doing this list, then do this after. So you can maintain that feeling of achievement throughout the year. So you write in this book, well done for me. Well done me for doing this or that. And you could perhaps choose 5 a day. Well done me. And just write them in, or perhaps do more, because the more you think about, the more you're going to think about. It sort of brings it into your mind, your consciousness, your focus becomes more of what you achieve. And people that believe they achieve more. So that's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to have that feeling and that grateful feeling to yourself, that honour, that trust in yourself, okay? So there's all different ways you can do it. So just think carefully about what's brought you happiness, and whether it took some effort to bring that happiness to you, then that needs to go on the list. And certainly in your book, if you want to do it in the new year, okay? So I've got an affirmation for you, which is lovely, that can go with this. And what you could write down, guys, if you want to: I celebrate all that I am and all that I do. That might be a nice way to start your list off, you know. I celebrate myself, who I am, who I've become, you know. That's just a lovely, lovely affirmation that you can write and practice saying if you like. We've got a few Tea with Nans that support this, and Nan Talks. Now, these are Tea with Nans that I'm doing now, and the Nan Talks were just exercises I've got that are solely really just to support you with this particular subject. So I'm just going to go to the website first, nancyfinch.co.uk. That's only active until April next year. So if you want to go to that, you can pick up all the free stuff I do on it, and the meditations, and as I say, the Nan Talks and the Tea with Nans. So Nan Talks, if you go to Nan Talks and you go to the yellow section here, that solar plexus, you click on that, on the chakra band, a little chakra person, you can find well done me hands. And it's an exercise where you count on your hands 5 things: clap, celebrate, hold. And it explains it in a lot of detail. That's a nice practical way that you can keep maintaining that feeling of celebration. So I've also got the Tea with Nans, which, as I say, is what we're doing here. So on the 24th of the 10th, 22, we've got Trust Your Higher Self. Now, that's a good way to start. If you can trust your higher self, the part of you that gets it right, that might really support you in achieving more. So look that one up if you want to. I also did another Well Done Me talk on the Tea with Nan to support the other one, so part 2 if you like, and that's on the 5th of the 2nd, 24. They're all on YouTube as well, guys, so if you need to, just go to YouTube and look them up. So the 5th of the 2nd, 24 was Well Done Me to support the other one. It's a good way of just reminding yourself. Some things I say on the talks will help resonate with you'll just feel that some talks are for you and some talks maybe not. But whatever you pick up and it resonates with, and just use that positivity to drive you forward. That's my intention. So the last one I've got on there, be a winner. I mean, how many of us don't feel like we're winners? You know, if we haven't achieved this and this, and we judge ourselves, or you know, we set ourselves up perhaps with too much pressure, we might not feel we're winners. And you have to learn to be a winner to achieve. You have to see yourself as a winner. And there's a lovely affirmation in that one as well. So if you look that one up, be a winner, 24th of the 7th, 23. You can always write the affirmation down. It's lovely. It's good. So those are all sorted now. I've got a lovely, if I can get it out here, lovely symbol to help you as well, because as you know, I always put symbols there. Gratitude, lovely. If you feel that you have achieved, you're grateful to yourself. And it's a really nice feeling to be grateful to who you are, to what you've achieved, to where you're going. So this is a lovely thing to, if you want to help yourself to boost your immune system, which is what this does. Gratitude always boosts your immune system and it helps you to stay well. And maybe this time of the year you need this. So a gratitude feeling is going to help you, and it's going to help everyone around you, because you inspire people. If you're in the same room with them and you're grateful, you're going to inspire them by that vibe. So let's just create more gratitude, shall we? Take a breath. And there's a G to remind you it's only a symbol of G, and then it tucks under like a little secure place of gratitude. So we could try it again. It's an intention and detachment, okay? So we take a breath and we take that down and across and tuck it under in a really safe and secure place of gratitude. It's really nice. And it will help set that intention to your subconscious mind. And it will help you to achieve it. Now, there's another 2 things before I go, because time is marching on. I hope you all get a chance to do this today. I mean, it is just such a lovely thing to do for yourself and inspire everyone around you to do the same. And maybe share this with everyone. That was brilliant. Had over 1,000 people last week that liked that talk. And if we can help people, then we're being of service, aren't we? Oh, Jacqueline, thank you for joining us, darling. Happy Monday. So I've got one thing here I want to show you that might be a practical thing. For those of you that don't like writing, or you haven't got time for it, maybe just do this simple, practical thing with an action, okay? That's going to help your subconscious to believe that you do trust yourself, and that trust will motivate you as well. Indigo ribbon, beautiful colour. Tie a knot in each end because you need a beginning and an end. You need to be detached, okay? So you could get your ribbon and you take a breath and you move your thumb and finger down the ribbon as you're saying either out loud or in your mind, I trust and believe in myself. And you have to do it at least 3 times slowly, because you're then more than 17 seconds is locking it in to this area. And when you lock it into this area, your mind becomes clearer. This one will open. And when this one opens, you naturally trust yourself and you're happier and you perceive things differently. So I trust and believe in myself. With the ribbon, the colour, the action will help to open this area, and that's going to help you to see your achievements. So I trust and believe in myself might be something you want to do with an indigo ribbon. And all of this stuff I'm talking about will be in a book one day when I get the time to write it. The Choice is Mine will be a great book. So imagine I have to write that on my list then, wouldn't I? So this is the list I've done, and I'm just going to run through it quickly to give you a few ideas. What have you achieved? Now, I'm not asking you to compare yourself with anything that's on this list, but just think, do you relate to this or that idea? And then maybe write them down from there. So maybe just make notes now that you can put in your list when you're ready. So the first one that came to mind was I developed more practical tools for my work. Yes, I did. And I've forgotten about that because I love doing it anyway. But oh yes, I did more. I've got loads of stuff I do now for people that can help them with the tools. I embrace being a nanny nan. Yeah, I'm a nanny now. And that, that's lovely. It's a lovely achievement too, to be involved with that. I work for corporate companies doing workshops. Yeah. I provided many recorded card readings for my clients. I took some time off work to balance my energies. I helped my family member to buy his car. Yeah, these things they all matter. And they take effort, don't they? I spent quality time with my soulmate. Yes, I did. I created vision pages for the law of attraction to work for me. I became more compassionate towards myself. I did. I took off, I released all that self-judgment and became more compassionate. So I modified my diet to feel healthier. I lost a stone in weight. Well, I forgot about that. Yes, I did. I planted beautiful plants and trees in the garden. Now, these are not big things to some people, but for me, that was a big thing because I keep meaning to do it and I hadn't done it. And there we go. I ran regular Reiki shares on a full moon each month for my lovely students. That was a lovely thing I do and I take for granted. But I'm sure they don't. I'm sure they love it. But that's something to be noted on here. I achieved it. I maintain my Nan Tea with Nan Talks. There you go. Every week I'm on here mostly. I gave up friends and people who were under 5. That means on a scale, On a scale of 1 to 10, 10's, over 5 is great. I've met my tribe. Under 5, you have to get out and survive. And I've done a talk on that once. But I actually released some of those people that were under 5, that were draining the energy that I have. And I also spent more time with the people I really like to be with. Okay, so where am I? Oh yeah, I made time to see my friends and family that were over 5. So I'm feeding myself really lovely people around me that can help me to stay well and happy. I made plans to travel throughout the country in 2025. I've done that. I formulated future workshops. Yes, I have. I've been on the local radio a few times. That was nice. I organised my time better. That's another achievement. I painted my garden fence, as I said. That took a lot. I gave a homeless cat a loving home. That's my lovely Billy. And he's a really beautiful soul. I did a good job decorating my Christmas tree. It's the best I've ever done it this year. Where am I? Oh yeah, I achieved a new level of patience. I plan to prioritise myself in 2025. I now take the right vitamins, etc., and eat better foods for my body. That's something I've achieved. I became a secure attachment style. I was heading that way, and I can honestly say I've measured myself to be able to tell you I'm a secure attachment style when I've always been an anxious open heart. And that's another subject I did a talk on. I helped a friend to move to Cornwall, and she's on here. I channeled more healing symbols to help others. Forgot about that. I generally go to bed earlier and have more sleep. That's something you take for granted, but actually it took a lot for me to try and go to bed earlier because I'm a night girl. I maintain support from my Reiki students. Oh, that's lovely, and I'm glad I was able to do that. But I overlooked that, and so it's on here now. And I helped my partner decorate his sister's flat, and that was a real pleasure for me. I love doing things like that. So that was my list so far. Now I'm thinking, well, probably before the last day of the year, I'm probably going to have to turn the page and do more. And I'm suggesting that you do the same. Write down what you can, and in any order you like. And then just maybe if you need to add to it. And I want you all to feel that lovely feeling of achievement, which is a dopamine going round your body and keeping you well. When you're happy, you stay well. Well, certainly your body tries to keep you that way. So I think we've got everything. We've got the ribbon you can play with, haven't we? We've got the affirmation. I celebrate all that I am and all that I do. You've got your photos you can look through. That's nice. And you can see whether any of them prompt a memory that you can say, yes, well done. I did that. You've got the book, the Well Done book, that I really, you could have that for the new year to start with. Every day I write in my book. That would be lovely. And you've got your gratitude symbol. That would be good if you could do that, because then you're helping your immune system and you're attracting more into your life to be grateful for. There you go. So that's everything I wanted to talk about today. But if you can do it, it would be lovely, because as I said, the winter solstice that we've just come through was a time of reflection, and everyone is naturally feeling it. They're all going inside themselves a little bit. And so if you can make the best of that experience. Oh, hi, Dell. Thank you for joining us, darling. Make the best of going inside you. Reflect upon what you've done. It isn't ego. It's achievement. It's well-deserved. It's a feeling of being valued and finding your place in the world. The more you achieve, the more you're going to achieve. You're going to probably be more of service to others because you're more yourself, and certainly a good influence on everyone around you. So I want you to keep your emotional balloon high, and I'm wishing you will do it in any way it makes you happy. Just make yourself happy. Focus on yourself. Be aware of your needs as well as everyone else at Christmas. And really just enjoy that feeling of achievement. Whatever you're doing, think about that. Write it down. Perhaps add to your list and say, I made a Christmas day wonderful for everybody. Whatever you do, write it down. Feel it. Okay? And I wish you all a happy Christmas. And the new year offers new opportunities to develop and be more yourself. And I know it's a hard time for some people this time of year, but if you could just embrace the opportunity to nurture yourself. If you're on your own, nurture yourself. If you've got family, still nurture yourself, but just remember that list and perhaps play a game and tell everybody what they've achieved. Inspire them. And the new year, as I say, offers new opportunities. Let's embrace it with a positive attitude. Let's just think, yes, I can do this. I can do everything I put my mind to. And let your subconscious do the rest. So I'm going to send you all a very warm Reiki hug. And I wish you well. I'll be here in 2 weeks. And I just wish you all a lovely festive time. Whatever you're doing, make the best of it and make yourself happy and give yourself that love. Okay? Take care, everybody. Lots of love, and I shall see you in 2 weeks. And I hope you write your list out. It'll be so exciting. Yes, I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye.